What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Wolfcryer here with a Inna's Wave of Light build for Season 18. Inna's is the starter set for the upcoming season, which starts today, and I cannot wait to jump into this season. So I wanted to bring you, ladies and gentlemen, the Inna's Wave of Light build, which is capable of pushing up to probably around GR 120. I don't expect it to overtake the Legacy of Dreams version of Wave of Light, but it is a very strong build, like I said, and you are easily able to build into it since you get that Inna's for your Haedrig's gift set after completing the first 4 parts of your seasonal journey. So let's jump right into the build, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off with 5 pieces of the Inna set. You're going to wear the gloves, chest, belt, pants, and boots. And you are going to cube the Ring of Royal Grandeur. This is going to give you the 6-piece set bonus, which is going to increase the passive effect of your Mystic Allies and your mantras by 100%. You will gain the base effect of all 4 mantras at all times, and you gain 5 Mystic Allies, and that is going to be doubled because we are going to also run Crudus Boots in the cube, which is going to give you 10 Mystic Allies, and that is going to increase your damage by 7,500%, ladies and gentlemen. Now for your shoulders, you can wear any shoulders whatsoever because there really isn't any shoulders that go with this build, so any shoulders will do. Pick the best stats. You're looking for cooldown, you're looking for area damage if you can, but if not area damage, go with that all resistance, dex, and vite. And like I said, it can be any shoulders whatsoever, just the best pair of shoulders you can get. For your helmet, we are looking at Sokrin's Gaze, which is going to increase the damage of your Wave of Light, and it's going to allow your Wave of Light to be cast at your enemy, which is very beneficial with any Wave of Light build. You're also going to be running Pinto's Pride, which is going to increase the damage of your Wave of Light once again, and it's going to apply a slow to enemies by 80%. And you are going to want to make sure that these bracers have fire damage and 6% crit, and then dex and vite as well. You are looking for a secondary resistance on most of your gear. Just keep that in mind because I do like to run Harmony. So the secondary affix here, I would want to be a resistance. Unfortunately, I don't have one right now. I pretty much just threw this gear together today. Right now, just random stuff out of my stash, but it does the job still. For your jewelry, we're looking at the Compass Rose and the Traveler's Pledge, which is going to allow you to take 50% less damage while moving, and you deal up to 100% increased damage while you are standing still. Now, you could, with Season 18's whole rework of the new Squirt's Necklace, you could always wear Squirt's Necklace and maybe wear Convention of Elements instead of the Compass Rose. That is a possibility, so you might want to look into that, see how it plays out for you. I myself might check it out with the Squirts this season. Then you're going to be running Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, which is going to reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second when you hit with a resource spending attack. And that's going to allow your Epiphany, your Dashing Strike, your Mystic Ally, and your Serenity to come off cooldown much faster because you want to keep Epiphany up as much as possible, but we'll talk about that when we get to the skills, ladies and gentlemen. For your weapons, you're going to be running Kayashiro's Blade, which is going to increase the damage of your Wave of Light by 150% damage, and if the initial impact of your Wave of Light hits 3 or fewer enemies, it is also going to buff up your damage quite a bit. For the other weapon, we are running Rabid Strike. This is going to allow your Wave of Light to also be cast by a Mimic, which is another ally, and that's going to be able to pretty much effectively double your damage for the most part whenever you have Epiphany active. And we're going to shoot for having Epiphany active as much as humanly possible, which is why I do have cooldown on both of my weapons, and we are running the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. The other part of your cube, we are running Incense Torch of the Grand Temple, which is going to increase the damage of your Wave of Light by 550%, and it's going to reduce the spirit cost by 50%, and this is absolutely necessary. Number one, this is a huge damage increase that you will leave off the table. Number two, you will not be able to keep up with casting Wave of Light if you do not have this resource cost reduction. So these three things in your cube are absolutely necessary. We are looking at Incense Torch of the Grand Temple, Crudus Boots, and Ring of Royal Grandeur. Now for your gems, I use Zay's Stone of Vengeance. This is going to increase your damage the further you are from the enemies that you are hitting with your Wave of Light, and we are pretty much a ranged caster, so we want to stay at range as much as possible to avoid taking unnecessary damage, and this is going to increase our damage quite significantly. Then I'm running Bane of the Trapped, which is going to increase our damage against control impairing effects, and Pinto's Pride allows for a control impairing effect. So does the Bane of the Trapped all by itself once you reach 25 with this gem. And so does your Zay's Stone of Vengeance, because that allows you to stun once this gem is at 25. Then we finish it up with a Bane of the Stricken. This is pretty much necessary for taking on the Rift Guardians. If you are looking to build a speed version of this build, I would throw on maybe Boon of the Hoarder, Bane of the Powerful, something like that. But for your push build, this is going to be the gem setup you are going to want in order to push those higher level GRs. Now for your skills, we run Epiphany, Desert Shroud. This is going to reduce the amount of damage you take by 50% whenever Epiphany is active, and this is going to give you that nice little bump in damage thanks to your Rabid Strike. So you are going to want to keep this active as much as possible. Then we've got Dashing Strike, Blinding Speed. This is going to give you a 40% chance to dodge incoming attacks for 4 seconds after using your Dashing Strike, and you're going to be using your Dashing Strike to get in and out of danger, so it is a pretty valuable skill. Next up, we've got Wave of Light, Explosive Light. This is going to be firing off at the distance, just like this, and this is going to deal 830% weapon damage as fire to nearby enemies. We are also looking at Mantra of Salvation, Agility. This is going to allow you some more dodge chance as well as more resistances. You can pop the active for even more. And overall, this is a solid defensive mantra. Then we're looking at Mystic Ally. It does not matter which Mystic Ally you put here. You get the benefits of all of them at the same time, which is pretty awesome. When you pop this, you are going to gain 200 spirit. You are going to regain all of your life. You are going to pop your cold Mystic Allies. They're going to send out waves of damage. So you are going to be using this quite a bit. Use it as a heal. Use it as spirit regeneration. And this is pretty awesome to have on your bar. And then we are looking at Serenity Ascension. When you're about to take a ton of damage, pop Serenity. This is going to cause a shield around you that absorbs all incoming damage for 3 seconds. So very cool that we get to run with Serenity on this build because of the Innis version of it. For your passives, I use Guardian's Path. While dual wielding, you gain 35% chance to dodge incoming attacks. I use Beacon of Yitar for that 20% cooldown reduction. Harmony, 40% of your single elemental resistances from items instead increase your all resistance. And near-death experience. Now you can change out near-death experience for Exalted Soul, or Chant of Resonance if you want for more spirit regen. That is not a bad idea if you are not needing that near-death experience. I personally plan on playing hardcore this season, so I'm going to want that near-death experience. But if you are not running it, run one of these two so that you can gain some more spirit back so you can cast off those Wave of Lights. This is a very, very spirit heavy build because unlike the Sun Wuko's version, we cannot wear Cinder Coat, so you might want to look into doing that. But overall, this build is a very fun build to play, very easy to get going since Innis, like I said, is your Haedrig set. So hopefully this guide helps you out and gets you going in Season 18. And I do hope that you all enjoy Season 18. May all your legendaries be primals, or at least the ones that matter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I always greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know down in that comment section down below what class and what build you plan on playing in Season 18. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so very much, and you all have a fantastic day. Peace.